he was living in this beautiful palace, and he saw the ark in a tent, a tabernacle. And he said, I love God so much, I want to build a temple for him. And God put that in his heart, but he said, no, you're a man of war. I'm going to give it to your son. Which is, which is great. It's kind of like, oh, good, I know my son. He's going to accomplish something. Wonderful. But then he goes on to say, but because you have this in your heart, I'm going to give you a promise that your line, your kingdom will never end. This is really the gospel. David did nothing. He didn't build a temple. It's one of you, because you built the temple, it took you 40 years, your line's going on forever. It's like he just desired something in his heart. And God, see, that's really who God is. Because David desired something in his heart and loved God so much, God said, for all eternity, your line is going to be established. That's the gospel. We don't do anything. We're all running around. I got to do this for God, that for God, do. But we see this powerful example from the pages of Scripture, a man who just wanted, who just loved God, and God blessed. And we need to remember that. That doesn't mean we don't do. God He's prepared us. We're his workmanship, created for good things in Messiah. But we have to remember that it's not in the working that the blessing comes. It's in the heart. It's in the desire. And from the outpouring of our heart, we get to do wonderful, profound things for the Lord. Psalm 89, verse 3. I have made a covenant with my chosen. I have sworn to David, my servant. Now that my chosen. In making the covenant with David, he's making it also with the Messiah, his chosen. I will establish your seed forever and build up your throne to all the generations. All generations. That word forever. How is this possible? Forever? Where's David's kingdom? Every generation? Means it's not ending? What happened? Jesus is sitting on the throne. If it's not for the Messiah, this verse would not come to reality, and therefore the Scripture would fall in this place. But because of the Messiah, God's decree did not end. Yeshua, Jesus, has an eternal kingdom, and one day that kingdom will see it. It'll be established. It's in heaven. He's seated at the right hand of the Father. He's in glory. He's a king. He's our king. And even though he's our brother, and even though he's my best friend, and all those wonderful things, he's still my king, and I need to reverence and worship him in such, and I need to take his message that he wants and preserve it and be true to it, and I need to respect him before men and women and people. He's a king. He's my king, and he's forever. And so now we see this picture, fuzzy black and white, the seed of a woman, clear black and white, seed of a woman, of the Jewish people, color. Now he's of the line of David. He's going to be eternal. He's a king. Narrowing it down, we kind of know a little bit better who he is. And now if we look over at Isaiah 7:14, another 300 years later, we get a fuller picture, kind of a video now. A video, Isaiah 7:14. It's a time when the northern kingdom, along with Syria, is threatening to remove the Davidic line and conquer the southern kingdom. And Isaiah says, therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign that Jewish people will not be destroyed, a sign that the Davidic kingdom will go on forever. Behold, a virgin will be with child and bear a son, and she will call his name Emmanuel, which means God with us. And so now he's not just of the seed of the woman. He's not just Jewish. He's not just a king, but he's God. He is God in the flesh. And he is going to be with us. He's going to dwell with us. He's going to be a personal king, God, person. He's going to be somebody who will be with us, both in spirit but also in the flesh. Somebody that we'll be able to relate to and have a relationship with. He's part of the means by which we will enter into the presence of God.